finished the book Darkly Dreaming Dexter, and I will be talking about it. My overall opinion of the book, it was good. It was between good and okay. Very different from the show. Very, very different. Very different ending. There's more books to it, but the start is very different. Be specific in my explanation and give examples. Okay. I think it was good and okay because, like, I felt like it was very fast paced ish, especially because in the end they killed the Guarda, which was the surgeon. That doesn't happen until season 7 in the real show, and they actually catch the Ice Skull Truck killer before um in like season 3, or no, season 1, literally season 1, which is crazy. So it's completely different. Angelo is, or Angel, or whatever, La Pasión, they don't really show him as much as they do in the show, or how important he is as he is in the show. Overall, it was okay. It was good. There were some moments that, like, oh my god, like, this is crazy. Like, this is what I think it was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was like the best. I say it's okay because, like, the overall theme is like, yes, my dark passenger, yes, my dark passenger, this, but he made it seem like he was very, like, psycho, very crazy, and maybe that's how he is. Maybe because I watched the show that it, like, looks, and it's so weird to me because I already watched the show and the show is really good. But to me, it was just like, it was a lot of talking about his dark passenger and, like, who he loves to play around with this killer that started putting dolls in his room or whatever not. And it's like he's literally like a psycho. Like, he is a psychopath, I know that, but in the show it's just like he's a normal person, but he's a psychopath sometimes. And he also doesn't kill that many people. He's only killed 2 people in the entire 283 pages, around there, which is, like, confusing because in the show he's killing somebody every other episode. So it was kind of interesting to me about that. So it was okay. It was just a lot about him, like, just talking with, like, the ice truck killer or whatever, playing with him, like, putting stuff and teasing him, and he would be like, oh, this ice truck killer teasing me, whatever, blah blah blah, but my dark passenger, dark passenger, dark passenger. So it was, like, very much kind of repetitive, I would have to say. I wish there was, like, more plot to it, more, like, killings, more people introduced, less talking about the same thing. So that's why I think it was okay. Especially, I like the ending though, ish. I like the ending of the book because it was a crazy plot twist, and it was like a standoff between 4 people, and it just ended with, like, Aura, and, like, they were at LaGuerta's grave, and then Deb was there on the table. Deb was taped up in the container, and, like, Dexter was choosing to either kill his own sister and live with his biological brother, who's a psychopath as him, because they both saw his mom die and stand in her blood, or in a pool of blood in a container, for a few days, literally not eating or drinking anything. So they both became psychopaths, and they were both literally the same. So he was choosing between either to betray him or kill her sister. I think by the end, because he said he, like, raised his knife or whatever, and LaGuerta died, but Brian, which is Dexter's brother, that he just found out, killed LaGuerta. I'm not sure if Dexter killed him. They didn't really say at the end, but all I know is that Dexter and Deborah are alive, and they were talking to each other at LaGuerta's grave. But that was crazy. They killed her off way too soon. Also really flirty with Dexter, LaGuerta. That was not in the show. It was not, the studio was not that flirty. So that's why I think, maybe to me it's weird. The book was good overall. I just felt like it was repetitive, like I said. Talk about how this book made me think or plan for your creative story. It made me think about, like, the setting. Like I said in my first book review, I want it to be someone that's good and bad. It's all about perspective. In a world of, I haven't thought about that. In a world of It's gonna be kind of like Gotham, you know, like there's a lot of crimes, but like a lot of crimes. But some of them are justified, but some of them are not. It's gonna be like a book that makes you think and pick a side. That's what I want to do, because I feel like those kinds of book are really interesting to me. Um, it's gonna be in a world full of crimes, but at the same time, I'm gonna find a way to kind of justify those crimes, and I'm gonna make people that do all these different kinds of stuff, and the person reading is gonna have to choose like what's right and what's wrong, like what do they think. I want to make the book kind of interactive, because I always think that's like a new way to approach like writing a story or something. I feel like that would be so cool. Like I already said, the character is gonna be good or he might be bad, whatever you think. Kind of like Dexter. People think his killings are justified because they're bad people, and if Dexter doesn't kill them, they're gonna do more bad people or do more bad things if nobody takes care of them. And the police are not gonna do anything about it, just arrest them. But some people think that the police and putting them in jail for a long time is better. But different perspectives. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's gonna be the plot. Gonna add some crazy plot twists for sure. I will start thinking about that. Definitely something connected to the main character, like something crazy happens with him, or he is gonna have a wild backstory that's gonna make you think like, damn, like this guy really had to go through that. Like, gonna add some jokes. It's gonna be like a overall like funny but serious book and like perspective. That's what's making me think right now. So I have an idea. I'm gonna make it around. It's gonna be inspired obviously by the book that I read. But yeah, overall, I give it 1 out of 10. The book, I give it like a 7.5. Not the worst book I have read. Definitely not the best, but it was pretty decent. It's pretty good. You know, just what would have been better if we saw more of Dexter, more of Rita, which is his wife later on in the show, because in the show they emphasize more characters on the show than the actual book. So that was weird to me. I wish they showed more about other players, more of the setting. I wish they focused more on the setting and like didn't reveal the characters so quick. Well, I mean, they reveal it quick, but also like build up the story. I would have wished that we did get to go more deeper in his background. They went brief over his background. It wasn't too detailed, especially as in the show where they show background, like what the father knew and all this stuff. There's a bunch of side stories that just add on to the story that's just like, but in the book, it's just like, oh yeah, don't you remember, brother? Like we were in here for a long time, blah, blah, and we watched our mother die. That's it. It doesn't build up the plot. It doesn't tell us who these people were, why did they do that, what his mom was doing. It didn't go into detail. So definitely more detail, less repetitive, and then more character development. Not character development. Yeah, character development. He got character development in the show. I'm not saying make it like the show. I'm just saying, like, you know, to be fair, this is the original before the show. So it's like, oh, you know, obviously they looked at what went wrong and they did it again, but not bad for a first book. Pretty good. Pretty good, Jeff Lindsay. I'm pretty sure that's his name. But yeah, that's my review number 2. I'm excited to make my story, and yeah.